A warm welcome to you. This is the video that I have to make every 2 to 3 years that I kind of dread because of the sometimes relentless criticisms and people having a go at me for this part of my business model. My 2.8 Land Cruiser troop carrier, the complete one, is for sale. And links in the description, and I will give you the price this time. I am asking for 190,000 Australian. I've been told that's a very, very good price. I think it is a fair price for both seller and buyer. But I wanted to also mention that because I don't have big sponsors, selling a vehicle that I build after a period of time is part of my business model. This is a business. I'm not going to say it again. Maybe I should. It's a business. The funding is going to 2 projects. And the 2 projects are, of course, the van. But here's a problem. If I build the van, I'm going to need a space to build it in, obviously. And that's where I built my other vehicles. It won't fit once the Headspace camper has been installed. So what do? Well, I could make this place work, I guess, but instead, a whole new build. I have demolished my workshop, completely flattened it. And next week they're laying a slab, and the week after they're putting up a brand new workshop studio. And I'm going to be releasing a whole lot of videos because I want some help from you guys out there on how you have built your workshop and what part of a workshop really works well. Remember, I'll be building my van, my van, concluding the van we're building now, but I'm going to build a van for myself from about July, after the big trip. So that's the reason for the shed. The van won't fit in my existing shed. So I welcome you to join me for all of those bits and pieces. That's a fantastic 2026 we have ahead of us. And this now is a short video explaining my troop carrier that is currently for sale in Western Australia. This is the Toyota Land Cruiser that is for sale, first registered in November 2013. It is a fully equipped off-road overland tourer. There is so much in this vehicle, but I'll go through the most important parts. Look at those door trims. Aren't they nice? Right, it has RH mag rims. The offset is different from front and back to correct the rear axle width issue for 70 series. It does it extremely well. Off-road animal bull bar. Isn't that beautiful? This has been built by some of the best overland truck builders in Australia to an extremely high standard. Again, the interior. There's an interior console. I'm busy camping with it now, that's why it's a bit of a mess, but I'm actually camping with it. There's a center console and a center console fridge, and that is a 70-litre National Lunar. Gull wings all round, which give you access to the inside. That is obviously a Maxtrax bracket, but it is also doubles as a table. Inside, that is the best roof conversion you can get for troop carrier, made by a Queensland company called Headspace Campers. That is actually the bed. So if I climb inside now, that there is the bed. So getting in and setting up for camp takes literally minutes. This is a full draw system with an electrical system that allows for induction cooking. And the induction cooker is right there. It is a 3 kilowatt inverter. Drawers and easy access at the back of the vehicle. An electrical system, lights, exterior lights, lots of them. 3 work lights around the vehicle. The water system in the vehicle is plumbed here. So that now gives me water. All right, I have hot water out of there, and that's how I fill the tanks. There are items like solar output. That's the water temperature mixer for the shower that's right here. So that shower water comes out perfectly temperature controlled. So there's absolutely no wastage. To turn on the shower, I press the boiler button and I wait about 20 minutes and the electric boiler will warm the water. The shower system is based on the Egon water hub, which means water wastage is down to an absolute minimum. 4 people can have a good shower with this system. It cleverly mixes hot and cold water, so with the 10-litre water heater installed, 4 people can have a nice shower with this system. Suspension system is the best on the market, arguably. Superior engineering front shock absorbers. We have a panhard rod, radius arms, steering damper by Superior Engineering, and the shock absorbers can be controlled from inside the cab while driving. There's a GME antenna, radio, and so many other accessories. They're just too many to list here, but I have listed them on the sales page. That is an instant shower curtain, and that is a 270-degree Bush Company awning. One of the best around. What makes this Troopy special? There are a few things. If I think about the amount of effort I put into building, I mean, all of my vehicles are very personal, and I put in the extra, the detail to get things just right, and I absolutely love it, and I spend hour after hour after hour, day after day in my workshop getting it absolutely right. And this vehicle, like them all, they just work. But there are a few things about this one that made it special. The suspension, the ride. The Superior Engineering product is exceptional. Honestly, the ride on this thing, it rides like a Land Cruiser 200. Now you add sound insulation, which I have done, and honestly, the ride over corrugations, over rough stuff, it's fantastic. And because you can control the shock absorbers from inside the cab, as you get into really rough stuff, you just tweak up and get the shock absorbers to work a little bit harder. Ride is amazing. I fitted those 2 load rails. This was an idea that was actually given to me because they had put them on my South African Troopy, and such a good idea, because if you want to take off those side tables and the Maxtrax tables, you can just unbolt them. It's literally a minute's work and you've removed them. And I've got an extra little tank on the side of mine. It just makes it so versatile. The vehicle itself, the 2.8 motor, as I mentioned in my show, I don't find it particularly interesting in terms of the V8 manual is more interesting, but in terms of more comfortable to drive, lower sound levels, it eats up long distance kilometers far better than any of my other troop carriers. But there is another thing that makes this vehicle special, and that is, to my surprise, to be honest, the radius arms and the panhard rod steering that part of the modification has meant that the vehicle handles so much better when traveling at speed on windy roads. The difference is actually quite astonishing on how much better this car drives than any of my other troop carriers. So the shock absorbers have helped with the ride, but the radius arms and that setup to get the axle location on the front absolutely right. You don't notice the difference immediately. You notice the difference I noticed it on my recent trip. I noticed the difference. I was happily driving at a higher speed than I would normally, just because the steering, the whole vehicle was tracking so much better. In terms of the camping system, it's not an Instagram build. It's a practical build, and it is very well thought out and incredibly practical. It just works. And will I be sorry to see it go? I'm always sorry to see any vehicle go that I have poured in so much of my time and my effort. And it's one of the problems with this business model, in that I know that eventually I will sell it because I will want to do something else. And if it wasn't for my business, I'd keep it. I would have kept my V8. I would keep this. Whoever gets it is going to get a fantastic Overlander, the best of the best. So go onto my website now. That you'll see, if you go into the video description, there's a link on my website. On the website is a list of every component, accessory, and details of the vehicle itself on that page. You can use the contact form on my website to make inquiries. That mailbox is monitored, just for some of you, a very small number of you who are going to have a go at me. It's monitored. I won't even see if you give me a hard time, I won't even see them. So really, go for it if you want to. Doesn't really make any difference to me. But those of you who have followed this build all the way through, I want to thank you very much for your support. Just liking the video helps. So if you like this vehicle, you like this idea, you like the channel, do me a favor, click the little like button. Until next time. Thanks for watching.